Championship, a game that ended on a walk-off 57-yard field goal, and we hope we have that kind of excitement in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So SMU's offense takes the field. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a... On the ground, it's Harden. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pressure coming, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Mustangs line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So the Clemson Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Williams. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. Handoff from the gun. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Clemson jumps to the line.
It's another first down for the offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a crease to the left. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TV.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man, it's Van Dyke. Right down the middle. He's got it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. No huddle offense to the line.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of...
Oh, there's a loose football on the... Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pulls it in, it's Knight. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Pass interference. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Got a man. It's Knight. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. Hunt is on its way. Here's the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Mustangs will punt it away on fourth down. Wants to bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. So now it's second and long. And the quick shuffle pass.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. To the air, it's Klubnik. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Going right to work up top. Looking for a big gain. Wide open downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
They've given up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. To throw, it's Klubnik. Pulls it in, it's Haynes. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat, and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab down the left side. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making.
Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, SMU! It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Motion from the wideout. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. It's Haynes. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Now, 4th down.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Nice move to pick up yardage. He goes out of bounds just short of the first down marker, and the defense gets a stop. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Harden. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Looking for room. It's Harden. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Grab near the sticks. It's Hudson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Van Dyke. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today, making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Clemson will send the punt team out. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Van Dyke. That's caught, it's Hudson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Brenson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Brenson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Van Dyke. Get it out to the supersonic guy. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get
going for it all? Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Finds a little space, and the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
That's caught. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Right on target this time. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Snagged out of the air.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense, unstoppable. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. 7 here in the third quarter.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Looking to pass. It's Van Dyke. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Love the poise on that play. You saw when he escaped the pocket, he was on the move. He didn't take his eyes from looking downfield. He kept
breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mustangs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give out of the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 5 over Oregon. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Still looking, on the move. Got the first himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Clemson is quick to the line.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop him. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Got his man on the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Clemson set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Randall. There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's another
looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard. They're now up by a touchdown at 20-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Van Dyke. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught over the middle, it's Brown.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Makes the grab on the left. On the move at the 30. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run it to the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. This time on target. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And the Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter. And
the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Van Dyke. The sure hands, it's Hudson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Runs through a tackle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Mustangs! Excellent pass by the back on the option. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? That's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Klubnik. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Hauls it in at the 40. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. He'll start this drive firing. Snagged in the middle. It's Harden. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Turning it on. And they swarm him under.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
He'll pitch it. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. The give. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Go straight ahead. Touchdown, SMU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.